Hey friends, welcome back to KidZone Online. We are so happy that you tuned in today. We're still learning about Psalm 23. We've talked about how God is our shepherd and how he gives us rest. Today, we're going to be learning about something that might be a little bit scary. We're going to be talking about darkness. Sometimes in life, we go through some really hard things that make us feel like we're in the dark. But thankfully, God is with us in the hard time. Before we dig into our lesson today, let's learn this new part of our memory verse from Hanley.
Hello, friends. Last week, we added verse 2 of Psalm 23 to this passage. This week, we're going to add verse 4, and it goes like this. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are beside me. Now let's do it with actions. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are beside me. Now let's do it from the very beginning, starting at verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are beside me.
There is no human who can be with us all the time, but God can. We'll see how God is like a shepherd that leads his sheep through valleys. We never have to be sad, alone, or scared for too long because God is with us in the hard times. Let's thank God now for his comfort. Take your right hand and your left hand, smack them together, and let's talk to God. Dear God, thank you so much for helping us learn about Psalm 23 and telling us all about how you are our good shepherd. Even though life can feel dark and lonely, we know that you are with us, and we thank you for that. We love you so much. In your name, amen. As a reminder for today's lesson, we're going to add a dark cave to our metaphor. Sometimes the dark things in our lives are things that frustrate us or discourage us. Let's play a game with Louie and Jareen to demonstrate this.
Hey guys, we're gonna compete in some mini games.
In the first game, we're going to try to flip some cups until they stand. If you want to join us, you will need a few cups just like this one. Ready?
In the next game, we're going to try to bounce this ball into this cup. Are you ready? Set, go! Okay, that's good. That's good. Alright,
Okay.
next one.
Okay, Louie.
It looked really easy.
Okay, Louie. How did you feel about those games?
It looked really easy at first, but I realized that they were actually very frustrating and difficult. The more I failed, the more discouraged I was.
Challenging times in life can often leave us feeling frustrated or discouraged. I never said that these games were easy, and God never said that life would be easy. But God is with us in hard times.
We can talk to Him about our frustrations and know that when things aren't easy, He will be with us and He will give us strength.
In today's story, we'll learn about the Israelites who were facing really difficult times and were becoming very discouraged. We'll read that God was with them the entire time. The Israelites had just gotten out of slavery and left Egypt. They knew they were heading to an exciting, awesome land, but they had a long journey to get there. God knew if it got too hard, they might turn around and become slaves again. Now, the Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years. There were definitely times when it felt like they were going through a dark valley, but God was with them the whole time. Nowadays, we use our phones, GPS, maps, and sometimes a compass to help us figure out where we are. But the Israelites didn't have those things. So God provided them with direction. During the day, He provided a pillar of smoke for them to follow in the distance. And at night, He gave them a pillar of fire. This way, the Israelites always knew where they were going and they knew that God was with them. We might not be wandering in an endless desert, but there are times in our lives when we feel like we're alone in the darkness. Thankfully, we have a friend who is with us during those times to give us comfort. God is with us in the hard times. The Bible promises that God is always with us. Listen to this in Isaiah 41:10. So do not be afraid, I am with you. Do not be terrified, I am your God. I will make you strong and help you. My powerful right hand will take good care of you. I always do what is right. This week, remember that God is there with you whenever you're feeling alone or scared. He walks us through the darkest